Yamaha takes urban mobility to the next level with the all-new Tricity 300. Its economical Blue Cory Euro 5 300cc engine gives you plenty of power for riding longer distances on the highway. And its strong torque and smooth acceleration makes this the smartest and quickest way to move in and around the city. Yamaha Tricity 300. Taking its cues from the radical Nikon sports touring motorcycle, the Tricity 300 takes the leaning multi-wheel concept and flings it into the city. With agile handling, otherworldly levels of wet and dry grip, and a standing assist system, the funky three-wheel might just be the ideal urban companion. Two new colors grace the Tricity 300 range for 2022, with petrol blue and sand gray joining the existing gunmetal gray color. You cannot go wrong with a scooter in the city. Sure, you can take your Suzuki Hayabusa out to the town. Doesn't mean that you will have a comfortable time. Simply put, twisting and going sure beats clutching any day of the workweek in terms of convenience. Yamaha has a stellar lineup of city slicking scooters for the global market. Demand for these models is through the roof, being popular across Europe and developing countries. Team Blue will be fielding new colors and slight updates to keep its scoots competitive. The larger displacement models available get new colors. The X-Max 300 and its A1 license-compliant counterpart both receive the new Icon Blue colorway that can be found on Yamaha's widely successful T-Max nameplate. Meanwhile, customers looking for a bit more in the way of features over the X-Max models can opt for the X-Max 300 Tech Max or the X-Max 125 Tech Max. For either of these models, you will get a special dual seat, along with leather paneling, aluminum footrests, and other additions to the cockpit of the motorcycle. On top of all of that, admire the new dark petrol colorway. Both the Standard and Tech Max models of the X-Max will be available in Yamaha dealerships starting November 2021. Meanwhile, the NMAX 155 and 125 get new shades as well. Yamaha is making the color Milky White available for the nameplate. This is already on top of some big updates to the model in the form of a new face that was slapped on at the beginning of the year. Based on the Nikon Sports Tourer, the three-wheeler takes the concept to the city, and this iteration gets not one, but two new colors, which include petrol blue and sand gray. The best move in town. The Tricity 300 is ready to change your life. Its three-wheel layout gives a new feeling of stability and confidence, and being the lightest and most stylish model in the class, it's the smartest way to move in the city. And the good news is that you can ride it on your full B-car license. Everything about this premium urban mobility vehicle is designed to make commuting simple, easy and fun. The dual-leaning front wheels provide additional grip for smooth cornering, and the lightweight steering and narrow dimensions make it easy to filter through congested streets. Every time you come to a stop, the standing assist system is a welcome convenience, and when the lights go green, the responsive 300cc Blue Cory Euro 5 compliant engine gets you to your destination in record time. beautifully styled bodywork and a class-leading specification, the Tricity 300 is the best move in town. We're going to approach this section from a scooter riding novice's point of view to begin with. If you're a seasoned rider, you may want to skip this part, but we all started out as novice riders, so let's welcome some new people into the club. We're a friendly bunch. Firstly, like every new modern scooter, the Tricity is a simple twist and go, or in car terms, it's an automatic. There are no gears, clutch or switchable rider modes to worry about. The controls are easy to use, but you'll notice the scooter has handlebars rather than a steering wheel. Well spotted, your training is coming on well. There are two brake levers, the front brake is on the right, and the rear brake is on the left, just like a pushpick. There's also a twist throttle on the right handlebar, that's instead of an accelerator pedal. To satisfy legislation, there's also a foot pedal on the right footboard. You can use it if you like to simultaneously operate all 3 disc brakes. We'll give a bit more detail about braking later. Standing assist. Unlike a car, the body of the Tricity will tilt whilst riding. This gives it a feeling that is virtually the same as riding a two-wheeled scooter. In fact, in many situations, the Tricity is more dynamic and exciting to ride and is much safer in damp or slippery conditions. You may worry about getting your brogues or high heels dirty in the morning. Thankfully, the scooter has very good weather protection, and once you've mastered riding it, you don't actually need to put your feet down. That's because the scooter has standing assist. It's operated by a button on the left handlebar, and it will lock the scooter's body in an upright position. You can do this at a standstill to help when backing it into or out of a parking space. Bike parking is usually free, by the way. It'll also help to stabilize the scooter as you put it on the center stand, although there's also a handy side stand. The other use for standing assist is in slow-moving traffic. As you get below 8 miles per hour with a closed throttle, an orange light will illuminate on the digital dash. That means you can lock the body whilst coasting to a stop, so you can keep your feet up. It takes a little bit of confidence and practice to master the technique, but you'll soon be challenging yourself to complete a journey without putting a foot down. Beware though, you can also lock the body whilst tilted, so always make sure you're upright. Twisting the throttle again will release the locking system and allow you to power away. That said,